Hey guys and gals, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Vinny and I'll be your host. This channel is called BNSF 6951 or Vinny Vid Productions. If you guys are interested in model railroad train layouts, model railroad train operations and run sessions, rail fanning, kit builds, scratch builds, tips, tricks, and techniques, please consider to hit that subscribe button down there. And after you hit that subscribe button, please feel free to hit that bell. That'll give you notifications when I do a live stream or I do a video upload. And after you get done with all of that, it would be nice if you go ahead and hit that thumbs up because that'll help my analytics. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, so let's get on with it. Be back in a few minutes. Bye for now. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees. I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the cuz sent you. Alright guys, welcome back to my video on Scenery Comes to the Peavine. Anyhow, this first little portion is going to be for the guys who did not see my live stream on how to do basket weaving for a scenery base. And then after that we'll move on to what we accomplished last week and move on a little further and I'll show you a different technique that I'll be using there. Anyhow, let me get you down to where I'm working and you can see what's going on. So let me get you down there and let's... Alright, so you guys that are new to the hobby, there's several ways you can do scenery. This is called a basket weaving system. What you need is a bunch of cardboard strips of different sizes. Here's the other size. And you can get these from any kind of boxes that you have laying around the house. Cereal boxes will work. Any boxes will work. I just have to have a lot of deliveries from Amazon and Walmart and all that stuff, so I just saved the boxes and cut them up. Anyhow, what other stuff you're going to need is a pair of scissors, maybe a marker, a few clamps. Important part of this whole deal is glue sticks and a hot glue gun. Now, as you can see, I have already started here. And if you watch my live stream from last night, which was the 13th of August, you'll see how I plastered the other section to my right. So anyhow, with all that being said, let's get started with this. So anyhow, these I call ribs, and these I call spines, okay? So, as you can see, I got the first spine down here, the second spine up here. Now, this is going to require some different types of maneuvers here to get it all to work out. And then, I got to blend it into these styrofoam sheets back here. Now, the reason why I'm using this is because it's really close to the track, and I wouldn't be able to put any kind of plastic cloth mount in there, or paper, or whatever. So, I cut these out of regular old styrofoam. Like this stuff right here, and I glued this piece to this piece, but this piece is only being secured by the board. Once the plaster goes on it, it'll be secured forever. I also put wax paper up here, so when I start the plaster, I don't have that much cleanup to do on the blue background. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's get going here. All right, so you got to do this one under, over, all the way down the line. And so we're ready to do this top one right here. And since this one is over, the next one's going to go under. So we'll just take one of my deals right here. And we'll slide them up and under. Now, I don't have boxes long enough for me to do one complete long strip here, so I will join these together. Now, the reason for the clamps is because when you put the glue on here, and this gun needs to be pretty hot before it'll actually give you the glue, and it will burn if you get it on your fingers, but it's only a short burn, and man up, it doesn't hurt that bad. All right, so while that's there, we take this guy and we put him like that and secure him. Now, we'll put some glue right here, and then we'll put some glue here, and then we'll put glue here. Now this one here, we'll use a clamp to hold it in place until the glue dries. Now this glue is instantaneous. I mean, once it contacts what it's going to be glued to, it's good to go. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, since I'm over here and I have a bunch of stuff left over, what I'm going to do is the next piece is I'm going to put this underneath here to make it the piece that I need, and it's still not long enough. I could do two things here. I can make a short piece from here to here, or see how else I can do this. So give me a minute. I'm going to turn the camera off. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this, the best way to do this without wasting too much material. Give me a few minutes. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. I just wanted to figure out how I should do this. I'm trying to give myself some sort of a system to do here. I'm going to have to run a new spline from here, only because I don't have enough room to put one here. So that'll help me out too, as far as that. But anyhow, right here I'm going to do a splice, and I'm just going to use a small piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to put it under there. And let's glue that real quick. Now, funny thing about these guns, as soon as this guy runs out, it won't push any more out. So you always need to have a stick in there. All right, we're going to give this a second or two to dry up. And then we'll put them on here. And this next one has to go under. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Also helpful is to kind of give it a little crease, and it doesn't matter. I found it doesn't matter if you cut it with the grain or against the corrugation. To me, it's not making any sort of a difference. So I just kind of bend it to make it easier to go through here. So we're going to go here, and then up here. Go this way, just like that. Over, and then this one's going to go under. Oops. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece together so it doesn't fall out on me again. All right. Now, I'm probably not going to show you the whole thing here. I'm just giving you an idea how easy this is to do. And this one needs to go under, so we need to stick you under there, and I got to cut you down a bit. There you go, just like that. So now that this is pretty much glued up, I'm going to go ahead and do all the rest of these guys. And then one on here. And you go under, and this is where we'll need a clamp to hold it in place till it dries up. All right, so the next piece I'm going to do is this one. I think there's lots of different ways you can do this. See, this piece will make it right to there, and that'll be good. So this one will be over. All right, we'll do that. Again, I'm just kind of giving this a little bit of a shape. So over, under, over, and under. All right, so there you go, like that. Now, like I said, it only takes a few seconds for this stuff to dry. So by the time I glue the next one down, that one will be dry already. And we'll take this clamp off. And we'll clamp him over here. And then this guy needs to go under. Uh-oh, something happened. Something happened that it wasn't supposed to happen. Where's all my clamps at? It's probably what fell on the floor before. Alright, so you guys can see how this is going along. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and I'll bring you back when it's done. Then we'll continue on with the rest of the scenery on the other side, behind where the camera is right now. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, as you can see, I got this whole basket weave done on this corner right here. Plastering I'm not going to do until I do my Friday Night Live show. I'll probably do this section at that time. Anyhow, we're going to move on further down the line here and start doing some more mountains further behind where the camera is, which would be facing west. Anyhow, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Let me get the camera resituated and we'll start again. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye for now. Alright guys, we're ready to continue on with the scenery project that I'm doing in the upper level. But first I want to show you guys some stuff that I have purchased over the past week and a half to do some more scenery work when I'm ready for it. So anyhow, what I got here, and in this pack, I think there's 12 in here, some putty knives, which will come in handy when I start doing some, laying some plaster Paris on there. And then I got this dental kit because I intend to try and start doing some carving, and we'll see how that's going to work out. All right. Then I got 2 more rolls of plastic cloth, and this is I got this in the medical section on Amazon. I don't think it was a good deal. After I got it, I realized, I should have read the instructions a little further. It's actually not a good deal. 1.5 of these rolls will equal 1 roll of Woodland Scenics. And finally, I got a bunch of cheap paintbrushes because I intend to use a lot of glue, and glue is going to be applied with these brushes, and I'm not going to bother cleaning them. I'm just going to throw them away. These brushes were really cheap. I don't remember exactly how much they cost. Anyhow, let me get rid of this stuff here, and we'll start with the rest of the update on the video. So stay tuned, and we will be back shortly. Alright guys, what I'm doing now is I'm building a subframe right here for my foam to sit on. My objective is to get the level of this plywood right here even with the level of the foam that I would be using. Anyhow, I already cut the foam out, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it in there and show you guys what that's going to look like. So here's my first piece of foam. You can see it'll fit right in there, and that this is perfectly level with this. And then I will be adding a second piece of foam back here, and my rock. Oops! Stop it! I guess I'll go ahead and put this guy in too. Show you guys what's going on here. Oops. Alright, so there we go. Very nice. Alright, so that's basically what this whole section is going to look like. And as you can see, I'm going to put my my rock quarry facility right here. I'll have a mountain on this side over here, This is just a mock-up right now. And then we'll have the truck loading facility right there. And then we'll have coming off right here. Let me see if I can get that in a better shot. We'll have, let's see, where is the one I want to use? Uh-oh. Anyhow, there'll be a left-hand turnout right here. I think this is it right here. Here we go. There'll be a left-hand turnout right here. And that will go into a right-hand turnout. And I think one more turnout after that. I don't know what I do with it. No. Anyhow, you guys will see after I get this all set up. Anyhow, the way I'm going to fasten the foam down is I'm just going to use some of this here wood glue. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Then I'm going to fill in another little piece right here. And then again, alright guys, now that I have everything all measured out, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue in here. I don't know how this is going to work because I've never done this before, but we're going to see. This is supposed to be really good. And what I'm going to do is put that on there like that. And then just going to take my little putty knife and kind of just smear it out. I'm not going to put too much on here because like I said, I don't know how this is all going to work. But we'll go ahead and do it and see. Only one way to find out, and that's to do it. Oh no! All right. And I'll let this set up dry before I put the second piece in, just to see how this is going to work. Because like I said, I really don't know. I've never done this procedure before. So it's all new to me. Alright. Let's see how this is going to work. Take my piece, stick her in there, and then of course, we're going to put some weight on there. Alright, we're just going to let that sit up a while. Make sure it's everything. I'm going to cut a small piece out for this little section right here. I need to get my tape measure and measure that and see what it is. Anyhow, let's see how this is all going to work out. Let this dry for a little while and we'll come back and fit this little piece in here. And of course there's going to be mountains over here. I just need to figure out how I'm going to get my road to fit in there. Anyhow, we will be back in a little bit. Alright guys, what you see in front of you right now is going to be the layout for my Bingaman Rock and Gravel Company. I'm going to have it where it's 3 cars long on each track. This way I can get some cars in there. I like putting my industry that cars have to go into more forward on the layout. This way whatever the last car is will get loaded or unloaded or whatever the situation might be. Anyhow, this is the road I'm going to be using, and this will be a dirt road. It'll be coming off the road that I showed you guys a little while ago. It's going to go down to the party place. So yeah, I'm going to intersect that right there. I might change this, make it a T right here. Anyhow, we'll continue on. Now I'm going to show you guys another method of the way I'm going to be doing scenery. It's a good method because after we do what we're going to do, we wind up with forms basically that are pretty hard to come out of unless you rip it. So that being said, what you're going to need again is a bunch of newspaper and a bucket of water. Yep, a bucket of water and some plastic bags. And I'll show you this is going to happen. We're going to do the next part of the scenery back here, but we are going to use my wet newspaper method. Okay, so with that being said, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the plastic bags And we're going to just stuff them down in here so that'll absorb any water. The only drawback about this method is you have to basically wait pretty much for it to dry out so the newspaper stays in the form that you give it. So anyhow, with that being said, let's get going. Now, yes, you could spray it, but doing the way I'm going to do it is, I think it will work a lot faster. Like I said, the only thing you have to wait is wait for the paper to become damp. So we're not going to use this plastic to do any forms or anything. We're just using that to absorb any water so it doesn't drip down on the deck below. And again, I could always take all of this stuff out of here when I'm done. All I have to do is cut the cardboard that's underneath and just pull out all the paper. All right. Now, there's been a lot of challenges going on in the past week and a half or so. And this week I've been pretty busy trying to get my layout electrical system all worked out, which I did, and enter some of those challenges that are going on. So it's been a pretty busy week for me. All right. We'll start off with what we have right now, and we'll see how far we get. I don't want this video to be too long, but again, I want you guys to get the most out of it. So, I do have a bucket of water below us, and I do have a bunch of newspaper right here. And so the first thing we're going to do is take this. Now, after you wet it, fold the corners in like this, so you get a big puff like that. Okay, so here we go. I'm dipping it in the water, and it is pretty much drenched wet, and I'm folding the corners in, and I'm squeezing a lot of it out. And so we'll start. Here's one that's already formed. I'll just go ahead and put him back in there. See, and it's easier to form it when it's wet too. And then, like I said, after it dries, it stays in that configuration. And we'll just keep on building up here. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing here. I am just folding the newspaper and making sure it puffs out. I'll be mounting it here also. Let me see. Are you guys seeing this? Let me see if I can move this camera back a bit. I have this camera precariously. That's as far down as it goes. Oh, by the way, any squeaking that you're hearing is because I have to use a piece of the 1-inch styrofoam on these stools that I'm stepping on. All right, let me see. Sorry about all this camera movement. I'm just trying to get the best angle where you guys can see everything that I'm doing. Now, what about? I guess you can see here. Yeah. All right, so now it's always a good thing to wet the plaster that's there here, but we're not going to go do plaster right now, so I'm not worried about that. But we are going to build this up a little higher. I tell you guys, almost would not have a Saturday premiere video this week, only because of all these darn challenges that are going on. It was a good way for me to actually test the electrical system on my layout. Now sometimes these grocery market advertisements are double paper, double wide, so they make a nice big fat juicy thing. I want this road to look like it's coming out of nowhere. Now we probably won't be doing any plaster in this video because I need to wait for that to pretty much dry up. And finally, the last method we're going to do is I'm going to use some extruded foam. You guys are probably saying, where did this crazy Italian get this idea from? It's just something I tried a long time ago, and it seemed to have worked, so I use it. All right, so now that's pretty good on that road right there. I want to come up a little higher right here. Now sometimes I don't like using the shiny paper, only because I don't think it absorbs the water as well. And again, all this paper I'm getting, I don't buy any of it. This is all my junk mail that I get. This is what I'm talking about as far as the supermarket paper. Look at how big that is. That's pretty big, right? Now you can also form this while it's in the water, like I just did right here. And that's as high as I want to go right there. Go up and come down and go back up again. That's going to look good. Now we're going to build out here. Same method. Now remember, this road is going to be a dirt road, so I'm not worried about getting any of this newspaper on there. Just eliminating some of the shiny stuff. Anyhow, you guys are getting the idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and complete as much as I can, and we'll continue on in the next video. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this little piece off right here. Maybe I'll turn the camera around later and show you what the rest of the mountain's going to look like with some trees on it. I mean, I didn't paint it or anything. I just out of curiosity put some trees up there. See how it would look. And I'll tell you what, I am going to need a lot more trees than what I already have. As you can see, this is turning into a nice little mountain right here. And when that dries, it'll stay in that position. So we will wet it again when we're ready to put plaster on. All right, up to the track right now. All right, we'll do one more here, and then I'll cut the video for now. See, now you can actually form this while it's wet, and like I said, it will stay in that position. I think that's going to look pretty good right there. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut the camera right now, and I'm going to go as far as I can over here and then we'll call it good. So stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got this area all filled in right here and all along the backdrop right here. I'm not going to do that last section right now because I still need to work on the track, but I decided that since I had a few pieces of plastic cloth left, that I would go ahead and do some plastering on here. So we're going to start back here, and I already did wet the previous stuff. So let's get that up here, and let's commence with some plastic cloth. I wasn't going to do this now while the paper's still wet. Alright, so this area is now got some plaster on it, and I'll continue to do this over here, but I'll do it without talking, hopefully, and see how far we get with this plastic cloth that I do have left. So here we go. Alright guys, as you can see, I got some plaster already laid out here, and what's underneath the camera that you can't see. It's already pretty hard, but it's wet. I mean, I can feel how wet it is, and I did over here also, and I ran out of plaster right here. And that's funny because I didn't want to go any further anyhow. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.